Hello, everyone. This is episode 28 of the Dresden Files podcast. We are doing casting part 2, which is called back to like episode 12 or something we did a long time ago. And for that, we brought back as much as we could of before. So we have Ryan to join us again from 42 and Broken Jars. Say hi.
Hi.
Yay! And Amber, once again, Justin's wife.
Hello.
Say something.
Oh, hi.
And also probably the baby. So that'll be fun to interrupt the podcast. So let's get into announcements. For the podcast, we are moving websites, so that means we have to fuck up everything else as well. Like the RSS feed and the page on iTunes, they're all going to get changed, and the old stuff is going to die on Halloween of this year. So make sure that if you are subscribed to us on iTunes, move to the new page that I will link whenever I can, and the new RSS feed for it, whatever Pocket Cast thing that you use. Just make sure that you follow us. So that will change on Halloween of 2016.
And if you need the new feed, it'll be show notes or the new website, the Broken Jars XYZ. It's easy to find. Or Reddit.
Yeah, everything will be up on Reddit, obviously, and you can just find us on Broken Jars XYZ, and you find everything there, really. Meaning to life and stuff. All right. So previously, when you were talking about casting, we had a bunch of characters in it. We went through Harry, Molly, Murphy, Thomas, Susan, Kincaid, Binder, Morgan, Ebenezer, Michael, Marcone, Bob, Billy, but I don't think Georgia, Butters, the Merlin, Leah, Mav, and Titania. I think that's it. So we're not going to focus on any of those characters. We're going to focus on the ones that we didn't talk about last time. So let's start with Sonia.
Yeah. So I'll just start with butchering this guy's name then. Digimon Hounsu.
I think it's Jaimin Hanso, and I put him as my choice as well.
What was he in?
Okay, cool. He is in lots of things. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Is where I remember him the latest. He's the where he's like, I'm Star-Lord. Who?
Oh yeah. But I don't know if I've seen this guy before.
Oh yeah, he's better than my choice. Yeah, for sure.
He's definitely up there. So
Wait. Am I
Blood
crazy?
Diamond, Gladiator, all of those.
Wait, Sonia's black, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong person. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So along those lines, I really wanted to put Idris Elba in.
That's who I chose, and I think
for
it's
somebody. So
I think
and
that's the choice.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
So
I thought if he put on a little bit of weight, Omar Epps.
Huh.
Off.
Omar Epps is the black guy on House.
Yeah.
I
Needs to be
like
a little-
Jaimin better.
Huh?
I like Jaimin.
I like Jaimin better as well.
Yeah. Jacob of 42 and Broken Jars, he wanted to be here but couldn't, so he sent me some of his choices, and he also said Idris Elba, and I think he's perfectly fine. I just like Jaimin Hanso better.
What about Wesley Snipes though?
Yeah, he'd be good.
So he
He's
was
a little old.
From Blade, he's
Right.
a little old, but from
He
Blade.
was on my short list, but yeah, I remember him from Blade, and like at the end of Blade, he pretends to know Russian, right? And so of course he's the first one, but yeah, he's like
He's
way
got the roots
old
for it,
now.
right? Yeah.
So,
I mean, everybody's going to be a little old for it, but...
What about Michael Williams? He was Omar on The Wire.
Never seen The Wire, so let's see what's this guy.
Yeah.
He's been in some other stuff. He's in Boardwalk Empire. He was on Community very briefly.
Oh yeah, he's not bad, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm liking Jaimin.
Yeah, I like the scar. That would work.
I would love to see Idris Elba as Sonia. Oh my god.
right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this guy, he could do it.
Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah, he's better than Jaimin, I think. He looks more like it in my head.
He looks
Is that
more.
Michael Williams from The Wire?
He's a really good actor too.
Right. The trick is you're going to get somebody who actually looks kind of built. So some of the first two that we talked about, that's part of why I like Idris so much. But where I'm worried about him is like now pretend you're Russian.
Yeah.
Do better than Marsters, because Marsters is good, but he's not Russian. So
That's the difficulty of having a black Russian. They're so rare that it's kind of hard.
So I was looking at different people the other day, and I was looking at Morris Chestnut. I've never really seen him in anything, but just when I look at the picture in my head, he fits it.
Yeah, he's not bad. I like
Can you
Michael
spell
Owens
that?
better.
Oh yeah,
Morris
he's good. No,
Chestnut.
he's good too.
I've seen this guy before.
He's kind of too good looking, and the other guy had a scar. Like a scar.
That's fair.
I love doing this because we get to see like all the actors that I don't know.
Right.
Who's
This
the
is why
guy?
you're unprepared.
That's true. Who's the guy? Not Don Cheadle, but the other guy who played Captain Rhodes in the first Iron Man.
I know who you're thinking of. I don't remember
Yeah.
the name, but I
He
don't
probably.
think he's
Yeah, he wouldn't be
Terrence
good.
Howard?
Yeah. I guess he wouldn't be that good. Yeah, Terrence Howard.
Don Cheadle would be fun. Not perfect, but
Yeah.
not even good for Sonia, but fun.
Right. Well, that's what I'm worried about is like say it was a blockbuster movie, right? It's like summer blockbuster, The Dresden Files. We're gonna have like Sean Connery as Harry Dresden, and we're gonna have Don Cheadle as Sonia, and it's like, dude, did you even try? Like, that's why this is the fantasy casting, where it's like we're just gonna get whoever we want, but. What we were talking about offline is that, you run into the problem with we can mostly only go with people we know. Hollywood's probably going to try and go with unknowns, or they're going to go with people like Nicolas Cage as, Harry Dresden. And
Shut up. Touch your mouth.
You tell him, Ryan.
Nicolas Cage would be a great Harry Dresden.
No.
Oh God.
He already did it in that one movie. He's a perfect fit. So
Yeah, he already got training for the
Sorcerer's
role.
Apprentice, so he's got the outfit and everything.
Do we have other suggestions, or do we move on?
I think we're good, right?
Come on.
Okay.
Do we agree on one, or do we just move on?
We just we're
If
never.
we try to agree, this is going to be a 4-hour podcast.
Okay, I'm sure. Alex usually very touchy about that. Like, we all have to agree.
No,
I
not
think
this
you
time.
learned after the ranking episode that's never going to happen.
That's true.
Okay, the next person I put for Mavra, because Mavra is fun, and I actually have the perfect person for her, but I want to hear you guys' ideas first, if you have any.
Oh
Right.
yeah, mine is really great. It's blank.
So I had two. One that's going to piss off some other fans, and one that I thought would be a decent fit. The one that's going to piss everybody off was McGonagall from Harry Potter. Like,
No, that would be good. That would be good. I could see it.
so
Give her the
And then,
chance to play like a fucking villain. It'd be badass.
I know that's the part where it's like take your childhood dream person and then make her a villain. I think it'd be awesome. And then the other one that I thought would be a really good fit was Judi Dench.
Yeah.
So
Old styles.
right.
Yeah, I don't think she was a senior citizen when she got turned into a vampire.
She's a walking corpse.
Yeah.
Also Helen Mirren.
And I'm
in
not
similar vein.
So I want to go on the record right now. If anybody knows Judi Dench and is listening to this, I didn't cast you because you look like a walking corpse. You were just
You just play a bad guy.
some kind of villain, like the European villain type, So
What did you have though, Alex? You're director. I
Okay.
feel like you
It's interesting when Justin said, like, take your favorite hero from childhood, which I kind of did, and then made her a villain. Claudia Black. And bonus, she was actually on the Dresden Files TV show in the episode with the hockey stick.
she could be a decent Mavra.
Hockey stick.
Yeah, she's perfect for Mavra. And she was Erin in Farscape, which was awesome, and then putting her as Mavra.
I know her from Stargate
Okay.
personally.
Yeah, Stargate.
She was on Stargate?
Yeah, for like the two last seasons.
Oh, I never watched that. But she's
Or
awesome. And,
What about sorry, go ahead.
just like Claudia Black is awesome, and she's the best fit for Mavra. I swear.
I think she could be a good Mavra.
You're not biased at all with that opinion either. So
What about like I was saying, Helen Mirren or Kate Blanchett? They're both kind of. I don't know how old Kate Blanchett is.
I can't think of Kate Blanchett as being an evil corpse, though. She's Galadriel.
I mean, that's true. I mean, you could do anything with makeup and some CGI. So.
right.
Right. I thought. Yeah. My choices need makeup also.
Or the woman that's
What
going
was
to
your
play.
choice?
I thought Glenn Close could do it with makeup,
Along the Helen Mirren lines and stuff.
and then I thought Helen Bohem Carter, the one from
That's
Fight
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
you could do it.
You look up an actress or an actor in Google, and then there's like all these other, and it's like, oh, what about that one?
Oh, Helen Bonham Carter, that's actually not a bad pick at all.
Right.
Right, she plays a creepy Will already. And she played Crazy in Fight Club, so... I think
Right.
She does crazy a lot, though.
And
Right.
she's just crazy a lot in the Butcher of
Are you
Johnny
thinking
Depp
Sweeney
movie, the
Todd?
musical. Yeah, Sweeney
Yeah.
Todd. Oh, that's a great musical.
Right. Well, and that's what's been fun about going through the casting is like I'll look at movies that I liked and then I'll be like, oh, I totally forgot about this minor character. We got to cast him in something. But then I'm like, shit, there's not enough, black people in the Dresden Files or, whatever,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I'd love to have all of these women in Dresden Files somewhere, but maybe they can play fairies, if not, Mavra. So.
There's one more I'm thinking of. The woman who's gonna play the spiritual mentor of Doctor Strange. Tilda Swinton.
No, she's Mab. Tilda Swinton is going to be Mab.
What? I don't see her as Mab.
She's perfect
she's
as
Mab. That's a very good Mab.
Pretty enough to be Mab.
She could be perfect as Mab because
I
she
don't
can
know, I
do
don't
the
see it.
creepy and the kind of ethereal. And like I said this last time, she's going to be Mab. And she
she's
could
already-
totally pull off being
Well,
Mab.
I think she's missing the
I'll have
like
to
the.
disagree.
I'm not sure. I think she's
Platinum
like
hair.
classically beautiful enough, but I think she could be a good Mab.
I mean, she can be very beautiful when she wants to. She can also be kind of creepy looking when she wants to. And it's like, she was the Ice Queen in Narnia movie, so it's her. Come on.
I don't know.
Want to go to the next one?
All right, next one. It's going to be fun. It's Alex's favorite character. It's Nicodemus.
Right.
He's one of my favorite.
It's not actually my favorite. I fucking hate Nicodemus.
Can I just throw
So-
this out there?
Yes. Do it.
Jeffrey Donovan.
Let's see.
And the sound of Googling continues.
Yeah.
I have to Google most of these. I don't know their names. I know their characters.
Really?
I think
Hello, baby.
Really?
he's really good at being a bad guy, and he's really good at being like really polished. So I think it would be perfect because
I like him as an actor. I actually really enjoyed him in Burn Notice, but I don't see him as a Nicodemus.
I mean, he
Right.
wouldn't be bad as Nicodemus. I'd also enjoy him being Marcone.
You know
Yeah.
who Nicodemus? Tilda Swinton.
I have like two. Or my first pick is probably like Rufus Sewell.
He was one of mine as well. He does bad guys a lot.
And if not Rufus, I think actually Christopher Waltz, if he wasn't that old,
That's
would be pretty good.
he'd be good acting wise, but not physically wise. Like I always pictured him as like a tall, slender British dude. You know what I'm saying?
So then he's just a little German instead,
Yeah.
so who cares?
Yeah.
Right.
I
Granted,
think both of
Nicodemus
those
is a
are pretty
Greek name.
So the two that I lifted online were either Jeremy Irons or the one that I really liked the argument for was Farhan Tahir.
How do you spell that one?
Faran and then Tahir. It's pretty much like it sounds. Tahir.
He was the bad guy in the first Star Trek.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, wasn't he the
I
captain
am
or something?
everything.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah. But
That was
so like
really
one
racist
of
of
the
me.
times he wasn't the villain, but I think I don't remember who he played in Iron Man either, but he's been in a lot of things. And the argument for him was that Nicodemus is from Assyria, right? So
I thought he was
maybe-
Greek.
Well,
He is
Nicodemus
Greek.
is a Greek name, so.
Mm.
But at the time, the Greek and Roman empires kind of were all over that place anyway. So, but yeah, so I thought it was an interesting argument, and I kind of like the dude's look.
Yeah, he would be very interesting. It's like so with Nicodemus, it could be so many people who can just pull off classy and evil,
Mhm.
and the look kind of doesn't matter.
What about
He's,
Ralph Fiennes? He played Voldemort.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
see
he
him.
can nail it.
He's gonna have to get a nose though, so we're gonna have
Yeah.
to do makeup so
He
we
was
can give him
also-
his nose.
He was also in one of the James Bond movies. He was good in that.
He was M.
Yeah.
Um,
Is M.
He is.
And
Yeah.
isn't he the villain from Ant-Man as well?
No.
No,
No, that's not.
was
No.
that somebody else?
Ant-Man guy is the guy from House of Cards. Who plays the senator.
Well,
Right?
Jacob's suggestion for Nicodemus is Tom Hiddleston, And I think he's crazy because Hiddleston should just be Thomas.
No, because no.
Oh,
Ian
Corey
Somerhalder
Stoll.
is Thomas.
Corey Stoll would be interesting.
I have two. So in my head, he's a young Anthony Hopkins.
Who is it?
A young Anthony Hopkins. Like, of course, we're not going to be able to cast him, right? But that's in my head. That's what he is.
No, who is the guy?
Nicodemus still.
Nicodemus.
Okay, I'm getting Nicodemus, young Anthony Hopkins. What is the name of the actor? Oh,
No.
Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, I thought you were saying someone who looked like a young
We
Anthony
need to go
Hopkins.
back in time to kidnap
And then I
Anthony
think,
Hopkins.
but I think the person who actually I would cast would be Ed Harris. I think he can pull it off perfectly.
Name rings a bell. Why can't I put a face on it?
He was in the movie The Abyss, and I haven't
I
watched
know
anything in the
who it
past
is.
20 years.
Gangster too. He's done some other stuff.
I was thinking Justin Theroux, because he kind of looks it in my head.
Yeah, I could see that.
But, you know, like, it could be almost anyone who could just pull off evil and classy, because so also Carl Urban would be awesome at it, because he's awesome at everything.
Yeah, I like Carl Urban. I would like him for something else, though, I think.
I mean, Carl Urban could also do Marcone. He could do anything. He could probably pull off Harry.
All right, silly trolley
Yeah, I was
suggestion.
thinking Michael, for sure.
Silly trolley
That could work,
suggestion. What about Alec Baldwin? He wears the suit really well.
Yeah. So, Alex, what we need is somebody that you adore so much that you couldn't date him,
Yes.
and we'll cast him.
Who is your favorite male actor?
I
And
don't
then
know.
and
put him as
in a suit.
Nicodemus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, someone like Tom Hardy. I think
Yeah.
he could do it.
Tom
Matt
Hardy is
Damon.
kind of one of those chameleon types where he can
Tom
adjust.
Hardy can
things.
do anything.
You shot down Tom Hardy for Marcone, but you put him as Nicodemus?
I don't think I shot him. Did I shoot him?
Yes,
down?
Yes!
He
I
probably
think
wouldn't
Tom
make a good
Hardy would be a
Nicodemus
great
either.
Nicodemus.
He's too
Sorry, not
muscly.
great
Like,
Marcone.
I don't picture Nicodemus as a jack dude. You know what I mean?
I mean, first of all, Tom Hardy can change body type for whatever he wants.
I mean, at this point, we could also talk about Christian Bale, and he could just do anything.
Yeah, the kid, one of the really great chameleon actors.
What's that, Ryan?
I said he actually probably could do it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, with Tom Hardy, a lot of people think of him as this jacked guy, but he was also Picard's clone in Nemesis, and I more often think of him as the look he had in Inception, honestly, because that's where he kind of bubbled to the top for me. So
The reason why I think part of the reason why I cast him, I said not as what's his name? Not Nicodemus.
Marcone.
Yeah, not Marcone. Is because his face is just too nice looking. Look at how nice
Isn't
his face looks.
Marcone is really good looking.
Yeah.
I always thought he had like more of a hardened face.
No, like Marcone is like really handsome, from what I understand.
the
Like,
god.
really handsome dude.
Yeah, the description in Stormfront is always like he looks like a good high school coach.
Or maybe he was too young looking. I don't remember what I said. I could go back and
Maybe.
listen to it.
But we're not focusing on Marcone.
Wait, what about Killian?
Nicodemus.
I know we cast him as someone else, but what about Cillian Murphy?
Did we cast him as someone else?
I know he's come up in the discussion before.
Oh, well, yeah, he could also do Nicodemus because
Yeah.
he's a talented male actor. That's about the requirement here.
I think he has the ability.
This will be really good, yeah.
okay, yeah.
I think
Who do you
he'd be
pick from?
perfect.
Who?
Right,
What?
'cause- well, so we were discussing he would be pretty perfect because one of the things about the Denarians, like you always get the feel that Nicodemus is kind of older, but they really are all quite young, and that's one thing that we were talking about offline with like Tessa and Deirdre especially, is that physically they're probably about the same age, even though one is literally mother and the other's daughter.
Yeah.
So with the Denarians, you get a lot more play because, you know, if the Denarians kind of do the anti-aging thing. So yeah, I'm 2,000 years old, but I'm really like 20 something. So
Yeah, so there's almost no age requirement for Nicodemus. It could be anyone who looks healthy.
right.
Right.
What about Jason Schwartzman? He was the bad guy in Scott Pilgrim. He kind of played a Nicodemus-like character in that movie, though.
That's
Even though it was silly.
There you go. We'll cast him.
I don't
and
know
you'll
this
like
dude.
Nicodemus. So
Damn it! Not Jason Schwartzman. He's a very important Jewish actor.
Is that your requirement? They're Jewish?
No.
I mean,
You're
as
saying
far as for Nicodemus, though, that's a pretty good standard to have. So,
Right. Shall we move on?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, we're going to do the rest of his family, like Tessa and Deirdre. Let's do Tessa first, and then we'll do the daughter after. I think Rooney Mara should be Tessa.
I have Jamie Alexander, who's the, if you don't know who that is, the main actor, main character from Blind Spot.
name sounds familiar, but
Google.
right.
She's very pretty. She is prettier than I picture Tessa.
What about
Tessa's very pretty in my head for some reason.
Yeah, I picture
That's because
Tessa very pretty.
Dresden describes every girl in the whole universe as pretty.
Right. Dresden has his own fantasy casting, but like Tessa's main thing is that unfortunately not unfortunately, but for everything in the book, she's always in her little Denarian getup for the most part. So Harry's always been repulsed by her, but that doesn't mean that she's not.
I picked one that I thought.
He just describe her as exceedingly, like, very sensual, sexual. He just still finds her repulsive, but he, like, when she comes out of her shell, then she's actually really, really good looking.
Also,
That's
what's
the
about
reason
15?
she got big back then.
Marion Collier.
I
I
picked
think
one that
age-wise, she
reminded me
doesn't
of-
exactly fit, but
What are you saying, Ryan?
I said I picked someone that kind of reminded me of a praying mantis in a normal form. Not
Okay.
that they're actually that ugly, but just their, I don't know, I guess their personality or whatever you want to call it. But I thought Emma Watson could do it.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, you think praying mantis?
Well,
No.
keep in mind that
It's
Tessa's also supposed to be really tiny and petite, kind of unfortunately for her that she looks like a child.
Mhm.
So, Jamie Alexander is 5'9". That's not tiny.
No,
I was saying
but I just
Rooney
think she has
Mara
to look.
because she looks creepy.
Wait, okay, so I have a bunch of suggestions. These next two are both for Tessa and Deidre. You could be either one. I think both Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
I
UFC
don't
fighter?
think-
Yeah. Well,
I don't
Gina
think
Carano's
you-
been in
I
a
don't
bunch of
think-
stuff.
I don't think Rusi fits the look I have in my head at all.
Of either of them?
Neither of them, no. She's too,
She's
Jacked?
not an actor.
too jacked, too big. I think of them more delicate in their look.
Really? Even though they're
Yeah.
like super powerful.
I think they're
but
also
think,
incredibly skinny.
Well, but the Denarian piece is the powerful part, and so
Yeah.
that can help with, because part of it is going to be the visual aspect too, right? So part of it is going to be they should look, human or even just completely unassuming until they're in their Denarian forms, and then, holy shit,
What about Eva Green?
Well, hold on, real quick. So I
She's
was
something
gonna,
else.
She's
say
something else, yeah. I have her on a list, but she's not. She's
Yeah.
someone else.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey might do well for like Roxanne, because Roxanne is Tessa's lieutenant. So
Rosanna.
oh yeah, sorry,
Rosanna.
whatever, same difference.
I actually have someone as Rosanna as well.
I mean,
Sorry.
but I don't know, just like Rosanna is kind of the seductress looking thing, and she doesn't
Yeah.
look like seductress.
Bad, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I was
Marion,
speaking about Rose. What?
Marion
Sorry.
Collier.
What's that name?
Sorry, Marion
Who are we
Collier.
talking
I was
about?
thinking she was perfect.
Marion Cotillard, I think. The
Thank you.
Inception
Yes.
lady.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, she'd be awesome.
For
She could
Tessa.
do anything.
Oh, that's the
Tessa?
one.
yeah.
Mm.
That would be that's it. Yeah.
Oh, she would be pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's petite and she's like super sensual and she can be nasty.
She could also do Mab.
That's true.
I think we should settle on her. Like, at least, I think I like her.
Okay, so if we have ideas for parents, let's make the daughter.
Chloe Grace Moritz.
I know that name. Who's that?
You're gonna
Me
put
too,
her
if we
as
could do it.
Deirdre?
Yes.
Oh, it's her.
I could kind of see it actually.
I can't.
So just keep in mind though, whoever this person is going to make out with Nicodemus at least once in the movies. Look out for that guy.
Well, she's 19. She's fine.
Oh, I'm not talking that.
Damn
but,
it! I know what you're talking about.
Keira Knightley.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
she could
looking for young here, though, right?
I did not in my head.
Also, I mean, she's severe looking because Dresden describes her as kind of like a blade as a person. She's very sharp, very skinny, and long black hair, I think. So anyone who could pull that off, and Keira Knightley certainly could do it. I was kind of thinking like Kristen Stewart because she's usually deadish looking anyway.
Kristen Stewart would have made a great Mavra.
No, she wouldn't be able to pull off.
Yeah.
She could probably pull off Deirdre.
Yeah, I could see her as Deirdre, but she's gonna have to act better. So
That's the point. Like, she doesn't have to act better in order to be Deirdre.
What about like Sophie Turner? That's Oh shit! Who did
No.
she play? Why?
I could see her as
Again,
Tessa. Maybe,
you picture her
Molly?
as. You picture her as something. I picture Deirdre as like just a younger woman who's pretty. I don't know.
You're crazy. You're just like, that's everything I have to say is that you're just crazy.
Okay.
Do we have other suggestions?
I have one for Rosanna.
I
Okay,
have for
go.
Rosanna as well, but my Deirdre's blank.
Yeah, I think, like you just said, Kristen Stewart could do it, or Lucy Griffiths. Griffith. I don't know how to say the last.
This person is way too old, but I think she fits the Rosanna pretty well otherwise. Julianne Moore.
Yeah, she's kind of old. She could also do Mav. Any of the older women who are awesome can do Mav, so just shut up. But Lucy Griffiths could work. She looks very sweet and seductress-like.
But she has a slightly sad look to her eyes or something that if she wanted to, she could play up
Yeah.
part of the seductress. Because she's the one who seduces Sonia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well, she's sort of more like Magog's handler, is what it seems like. So Sonya just happened to be the flesh shell that Magog ran around with for a while. So
I bet Sonia was a badass when he was a demon.
yeah,
Sonia's still a blast.
Angel, yeah. Well, he is now, but I mean, come on. Think about him with Magog or whatever his name is.
right.
Damn.
Sonya's an awesome character.
Yeah, I love Sonia.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, this is where I skipped around, and I may not have one for all the rest of these.
Okay, the next one I thought we should discuss is Lucio, because she has two bodies, and that's gonna get interesting.
Right.
If we can, let's structure it with the old body first, and then just keep in mind it also has to be corpse taker.
Definitely Helen Mirren for the old one.
I don't have one for the old one. Who did you say?
Helen Mirren.
I was thinking Sigourney Weaver, older, scary lady.
Scary.
I like
Oh, God.
Helen Mirren.
That's no.
Helen Mirren can pull it off, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like what about like Jamie Lee Curtis?
No.
She's got a strong
I've never
face.
I don't think I've ever seen her be evil. That's kind of important. I don't know. I like Helen Mirren better.
Suggestion.
Yeah,
I like her.
yeah.
Okay.
So crazy idea. It just occurred to me throwing out Demi Moore because
Yeah.
I could totally see her as an Italian model turned sword fighter captain.
Okay.
of the
Yeah,
Borders.
I see it.
That
Yeah,
could work, yeah.
First, I was like, no, wait.
right.
It would have to be even older Demi Moore, though.
Yeah, Amber and I looked at each other. We're like, that's ridiculous. So it's like, hold on a second. It's, because she did G.I. Jane and all that stuff too. So
Could Catherine Zeta-Jones do it?
That's who I was thinking of. I was like, there's someone in my head who's a lot like these women who I can't. Yeah.
right.
She could probably do it.
Or or Julianne Moore. Oh, someone said
Well,
Julianne
that's the
Moore.
wife of Zorro, right?
Right.
Yes.
I said Julianne Moore for Roseanne, though. But yeah.
Julianne Moore's a really good actress.
She's
Yeah.
redhead, isn't there? Like, I think
You could
Lucio.
dye her hair. Or
You
It
can call her
doesn't
hair.
always look right, okay?
Oh my god.
Hey, you need to calm down, all right?
I hate all of you.
Calm down.
Except the
man.
baby.
Jeez.
Do we have other old Lucios / corpse takers?
No, I want to hear the young ones, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young ones, go.
Jennifer Garner.
Oh,
Say-
Ditchin Lockman.
Who?
So Dichen, and then last name is Lachman.
She was in Dollhouse. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
She was Sky's mom.
Wait, who is it?
Ditchin Lockman.
She's Asian.
Right.
She's dimples.
Right.
She can work.
Right.
She's
And so, like, I kind of fought her on that a little bit too, but like, so
Yeah.
young corpse taker and, whatever the ghoul's name was.
Jean, I think.
Right. So, like, dude was Asian too, so it wouldn't be a huge stretch. And mostly
It
Amber
would
brought
be
up the fact that
just
she's
a
got
little-
dimples.
Just a
So-
little racist that both of the people working with that professor are Asian.
Why?
Don't stereotype graduate students that much.
No, that's not what we're saying, but I'm just saying, like,
No, I think she's saying it's racist from the within the book. It's racist. Like it was
Why?
racist of the professor to choose only.
it's
Asian,
racist
right?
for you to think that they couldn't both be Asian. Like, come on.
No, it's scared of being called racist to say that both people can't be Asian.
How about we don't have
Oh,
a
God,
whitewashed
yeah.
Western?
How about we just keep thinking of people? What about the girl? I'm gonna totally butcher her name, but the one in Kill Bill who swings the giant ball thing.
Also Asian, right?
Yes.
What about Olivia Wilde?
Olivia Wilde could do it.
A little too old?
Maybe. But I was thinking Rachel McAdams. I think she's also a little
Yeah.
bit too old, but she's got killer dimples.
Yeah. Rachel McAdams has good dimples.
I mean, she's the first person I thought of because dimples.
I agree with you. I think she'd be perfect, actually.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Because she's got the curls.
Or Amanda Seyfried. Seyfried? How do you say your name?
Siegfried.
Yeah. She has dimples, I think.
Like, I like Jennifer Garner though. Like, I mean, is that a bad pick?
I mean,
or-
she's also good, but she's kind of like the older version of Rachel McAdams, so just go with my choice.
Who was your pick again?
Rachel McAdams. Time traveler wife, lady.
older version. She's like 6 years older or something.
Yeah.
Right? Welcome to
It
Hollywood.
makes a difference.
Life's hard.
Hey, chill.
Who do we have next on the list?
Lara.
This is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, Ava Green. Ava Green.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Eva
it should be
Green.
good.
Sorry.
What
guys.
about that's great. What about Margot Robbie?
I will
Wait,
accept nothing but Ava Green, but
Oh,
I'll
come
Yeah.
on. Don't be like
There's
that.
no one better at that one than Ava Green.
There's definitely people. Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson.
No.
No.
Not,
Okay,
I will
discussion
not
over.
accept Scarlett Johansson as Lara.
Move on to the next one.
Okay, yeah, what was the
that's
point?
I mean, I'm willing to hear them. I just don't think I'll accept anything.
I'm
other
not
than
willing
Ava
to tell
Green.
you with that kind of reaction, so.
That's okay. Then let's move on.
We'll be nicer to you than we will be Alex, Ryan.
Fuck you. What about Blake Lively?
No.
Are you kidding me?
What are you saying?
Look at
What?
her face. Blake Lively.
For Lara?
Yes. I'm just looking up like pretty actresses.
No, they don't have the sensuality. Ava Green just
Oh
oozes.
She was a Bond lady.
She is great. Ava Green's great. I'm not denying that. What about Angelina Jolie?
No, I don't like her as Lara at all.
Yeah.
I think she could pull it off.
She doesn't look it as awesome as Ava Green does, though.
I really want Ava Green to be Mab and Tatiana. I think she'd fit.
Yeah.
She could be good at those as well. I will admit.
She could do
I like
it,
her more as
but
Lara.
I still like Tilda Swinton as Mab and then Ava Green as Lara, and then I have all of them.
Well, seriously, for the sake of discussion, right? Is there anyone else?
So I just want to point out, so episode 29 is going to be Director Alex's dream casting, where we can all stuff it.
Yeah.
On this one, for sure.
Everybody else is wrong.
Ryan, did you actually have a suggestion for Lara?
No, hell no. I don't.
Oh, shit, I just forgot. I wanted to say Jacob is crazy because he said Tessa should be Taylor Swift.
I
Nice.
could have seen that. That was
Yeah.
one of the ones I was thinking of before you
Fucking
violently shut me down.
She's not an actress, but right.
Look, Jacob's
Also-
childhood hero just coming the villain. All right. So,
Oh, Miley Cyrus would have been good for Tessa or Deirdre. Think about it.
I
Think
hate
about
you.
it.
No.
Think about it.
But yes.
Think
No,
about
I'm
it.
not saying you're wrong. I just hate you for saying it.
But Jacob did say Minka Kelly for Lara. I don't know who she is yet.
I don't see it. I don't know.
She's a bit darker, but she's pretty. She's just not as awesome as Ava Green.
I don't know.
I can see that.
Ava Green just has that sensual thing about her.
She can easily be scary sexy, so it's I don't know. Ava Green's
Yeah,
best.
it was a pretty good one. Hard to argue that.
Yeah. All right. Shall we move on then? Next person is Charity.
Ooh, I've got the perfect one.
Okay.
Oh, let's hear it. Because
Okay.
I don't like my pick, actually.
Let me see. So it's the girl that plays Lagertha in Vikings. I had it up, and now her name's not coming up.
Oh.
Hold on.
I don't remember her name, but I've seen like a couple seasons of that. That's his first wife.
Catherine Winnick. Yeah, Catherine Winnick.
She looks kind of young for Charity, but she could do it.
Okay, so if she's young for Charity, then make her Molly,
Yeah.
right?
She's too old for Molly.
They look similar, but
I like her as Charity, actually. That's a good pick. I had Robin Wright. I didn't like that much, so.
She could do it though. Robin Wright would be pretty good.
Yeah. She's
I like her pick more.
Hmm.
So the one that I put down for either Charity or Guard was Katie Sackhoff. That was the one where I was like, she was in Riddick, and I don't remember blah blah blah, but she's also Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, and she's
I hated that Riddick movie.
Is that show good, by the way? You like it?
Riddick, or
Oh, you like
which-
Battlestar?
or
Is that a good show?
So I only watched the 4 episodes. I'm one of the 3 people on the planet who didn't particularly like the show, but
I never watched it.
Battlestar Galactica.
I've never seen it.
yeah,
The new one or the old one?
the new
New
one.
one.
The
Yeah.
new one is amazing. I mean, I loved it.
I have a
they got
problem
to
with
the-
Katie Sackhoff because I hated that movie Riddick so much.
Well, you're wrong, but okay.
That movie
So-
sucked.
The Vin Diesel?
All the Riddick movies are amazing, and you
No,
suck.
the first 2 were awesome. I love the first 2. I hated that one. They
Here,
ruined it.
all the Riddick
How
movies
did
are
you
awesome.
ruin it?
I'm gonna put a name in the chat and someone else say it so I don't get embarrassed. But I think she could pull off. What's her name?
That looks Scandinavian. Andreas, you do it.
Ente Trau.
Entritral.
She could play it.
It is spelled ANTJETRAUE.
If you Google her, you'll notice. You'll recognize her.
And that's a German name.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's German. But to me, in my head, Charity is a strong,
Right.
powerful woman who can handle, blacksmithing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, because she made all of Michael's armor and everything, and
Because she's a blacksmith.
She's bars
She's
against
also
him.
very-
And
And Germans like the battle hammers. Makes sense. Whatever. Never mind.
right. She's also very Amazonian, descriptors and things like that. So yeah,
Big and strong.
for
yeah,
sure.
there's pictures of her workout. This is interesting.
And that's when we lost director Alex.
Yeah, you're lucky I didn't need to look up Ava Green. Okay?
Ava Green.
Yeah. That was the first 2 hours of research. So
Do we have anyone else? Because I had no idea who to put to Charity. I see her clearly in my head, but nah. Oh, Jacob says Jenna Fisher, but I think that's just because he loves The Office.
Jenna Fisher, let's see.
well, in a way though, think about it. Charity really is the wonderful housewife until Dresden's involved or somebody kidnaps her daughter. So
Yeah, I can see
you
it.
know, yeah.
Did anyone say Scarlett Johansson?
I
think
Fuck off.
I think if you put a couple pounds on her.
Look, Scarlett Johansson's going to be Leah, and that's all there is to it.
No!
This is a tough one. Wait, I'll go back and listen later. Because it's she has to be built. And there aren't a lot of built female actresses. Which is stupid.
We really didn't do Molly last episode?
No, we did.
Oh,
Yeah, we did a lot
Yeah,
for like half an hour.
right. Because we had to get the love interest out of the way. So
Yeah,
Laura Pepin.
Laura Pepin.
Molly is not a love interest.
yes, she is.
I just read the part in Changes where Susan's telling her to
Oh,
go tap that, and yeah, she's definitely a love interest. So.
No, Laura Pepin.
damn, you're so good. This is good.
Laura.
She
guess.
played what's her name on that '70s show?
Mhm. She's in the Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah.
It's super
She looks
tall.
weird with black hair. That's
Agreed.
all.
I think she'd be great.
Okay, shall we move on?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Elaine.
Oh yeah. I think I have a nice one. I like.
Girlfriend?
His first girlfriend. Yeah. I have Kristen Bell.
She'd be
Okay.
good. For real, Blake Lively. For real.
I was thinking Emily Blunt.
That too.
Blake
Oh
Lively.
yeah, Emily Blunt would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, she's awesome in anything she does, so she could also do Charity, but I wanted to save her for Elaine because of Sicario. That was a good
Right.
movie.
Yeah, it was all right. It's pretty good.
All right, ready for this? Alexis Bledel. She plays Rory in.
Why didn't you
Gilmore Girls.
suggest her for, like, Tessa?
Oh yeah, she would have been good too. I told you, I'm just googling shit.
Maybe you should take time to prepare before your
All
beloved
right, but seriously,
podcast.
would she be good?
She looks a little string bean for Elaine, but it could probably work for Tessa for sure.
Man, I just have way different pictures of who these characters are in my head than.
Well, so Elaine, right? She's kind of a dancer, right? So
Yeah.
she's kind of graceful, but she also had to be tough enough to deal with Dresden and put up with his bullshit. So so I always thought like she's not one of the little slight supermodel types, you know, like
Was the
not
girl
to say that,
next door to me.
do what?
She was always the girl next door to me.
Right. Where it's like she's not even on the curvy side, but she's definitely not like you can't see her freaking collarbone like this lady. Like
Yeah.
like the first picture for her on Google is like there is all of her skeletal structure. So
That's true.
What about Summer Glau?
yeah.
While I hate her, I could see it.
What?
How do you hate Summer
It
Glau?
was like a whole thing. Summer Glau is terrible.
Oh my goodness.
I could see it.
I wouldn't put her as Elaine.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't think I've ever seen her blonde to kind of really sell me on it.
Hmm
So
I don't think I've ever liked anything she's done, but I'll give her a chance.
you guys, okay, so director Alex and your Joss Whedon hating, you
Yeah.
need to get a life and direct and like other Alex, what the hell,
Oh.
man? Like, what's
She's
your
okay.
I'm
No,
with-
she
I'm
is-
with
she
you.
is a
I'm
good
with you,
actress.
brother. I'm with you.
right?
She is a good
So-
actress.
What about Alicia
She-
Cuthbert?
Alicia Cuthbert.
She's super cute.
Full breath? Am I thinking of the same person?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
She's in the
Yeah.
sorry.
That's a much better suggestion than my suggestion.
So literally the girl next door,
That's actually what I searched.
right?
You probably got a lot of not great
Hey, I
suggestions.
do my own research, like Alex.
I'm getting a lot of really weird people for this name. It's kind of strange. But- all right, let's move on to another person that's really hard. Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mario Lopez.
Shut up.
Why? Why not Mario
John
Lopez?
Leguizamo.
He's got to be like 22, 23. He's still a virgin.
Right.
That's fair.
You have to find somebody who's still a virgin.
Mario
He's
Lopez
like
in
late
Saved by the
20s.
Bell.
But I like John Leguizamo as like a
Wait.
young version of him.
Luguizamo, I think it's pronounced, but he's also like
Leguizamo.
in his 50s or
Yeah.
something.
Jay Hernandez.
Fucking hell, I've
John
never met an
Leguiz-
Italian in my
That
life.
guy,
I don't
John
know.
Leguizamo, is older than Mario Lopez.
See, I said I wanted a young version of him.
Yeah, he's 52 now. Poor John. Sorry,
I
dude.
just think
That guy could do it.
he has the energy. The energy I imagine when I think Carlos. I think he
right.
like fits
Like,
really well.
like we discussed offline, like, so Sean Bean, Samuel L. Jackson, and John Leguizamo are like the same guys in my mind for their, you know, they're all the guys that die in their movies. So Carlos can't be that guy. Like, unless this is his
I think
big-
Jay Hernandez is good. Like, as Ryan suggested, that guy, he looks right. He looks close enough. I just have no idea who he is.
Right, but if he can just play off the cocky,
Yeah.
yeah, I think he can do it.
So Amber's pick.
Diego
Oh, he looks.
Boneta.
He looks.
Diego what?
Boneta. He's like he has a baby face. Boneta. Boneta.
Oh,
So
that's perfect.
he's just got,
Actually,
like, the
I
little
like
cleft chin
Ryan's
and-
pick more.
So.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
think
him.
either of them would be perfect.
He's literally got a baby face.
right.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I'm gonna beat you to it. So we're gonna look for baby faced. What?
Actors, there you go.
Baby face assassin.
right.
Michael Cera.
Compliments on my picks all night. So just it works, right? It's what you know.
Google just knows what you need to know, man. It's got you.
I literally would just go to the Dresden Files wiki, look up the character, and then search that description, actress,
Nice.
and that's what would come up. And then I'm like, that would work. That would work. And then I found people that I knew, and you know,
Right.
it works, right?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Ooh.
I mean, not the right ethnicity. I think he could do it, but he's just not the right ethnicity.
Yeah.
Ethnicity.
Can someone say it? American, come on. Yeah, please. Thank you.
I mean, it's kind of one of the things about the ethnicities, though, is the accent of having had like Spanish as a first language in America. It's kind of a particular accent in my experience, and so Jay Hernandez could probably do it. I'm not fully certain about Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but he can do it enough, I think, probably.
Right.
That's
he's probably
glowing
got
remarks
the
coming
right-
from you.
He's probably got the right kind of sass or something, but
Mhm.
not. Yeah, he doesn't fit hardly anything else for me. Like
Yeah.
2 out of 3, I guess.
And Marsters does the accent so well that I can't put anyone for Carlos because it's too perfect in my head.
It's true.
No.
Shall we move on?
Yeah. Who's next?
Martin, the bland-faced Martin. I actually
Jim
have a really
Parsons.
good one.
I got nothing.
Jim Parsons.
Jim Parsons?
Sheldon.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay.
No.
Yeah, because if you
Yeah.
just dress him up.
No, I hate his face too much.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, he would be
No,
perfect. If we could get
I
him
have someone
outside.
better. The actor's name is Stark Sands.
What are you playing?
He was in Generation Kill. He was the only officer that didn't have his head up his ass.
Oh yeah, that's way better. Yeah, that'll
Yeah, I
work.
could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see this. Martin. Very nondescript, actually.
Is John Gallagher Jr. too good looking to play Martin?
Who was the guy that was
He's too particular looking.
McLovin or whatever that was? You know who I'm talking about? From those comedies.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He could probably pull it off now that he's gotten a little older too. I just can't think of the guy's name.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Yeah, Plass, probably.
Oh, Plasse.
So Christopher Mintz-Plasse, it looks like. But I put down actors that have surprised me when I found out that they were in the movie. So they're not going to be particularly well liked, but like for this role. But I put down Gary Oldman and Doug Jones. So because when you see them in shit, and you're like, holy shit, that was Gary Oldman. So that's why they came to mind. And Doug Jones is like every monster / alien ever. So
he does the high makeup things.
Right.
But Gary Oldman should be either Nicodemus or Marcone. He would be
Sure.
a wonderful Nicodemus.
Yeah.
right.
I didn't
Also,
think.
fuck you. I love him. So no.
Exactly.
Right. But yeah, so part of why Doug Jones though is I've actually seen him in person, and part of why he does freaking every alien ever is that his face just looks like a white, like a white background to put makeup on. And so like Amber said, he's a little too tall for the role, but other than that, like he is pretty plain looking. So
Yeah. I mean, Martin also does the because half vampire stops aging thing, and Doug Jones is kind of old looking.
It's true. It's true.
But Stark Sands is probably going to stay the same look for the next 20 years. He's kind of at that age and ethnicity.
This movie's not going to take 20 years to come out, all right? So, 2017, here we go. Woo!
All right, there's two. One is DJ Qualls. Qualls.
Getting a little scary how well Google can autofill these things.
Right.
It's listening to more from
See, I don't.
He's way too
strong.
particular.
Yeah.
What about Wayne
Mike-
Wilcox?
Maybe.
Could be alright.
He's a little bit better, but I think I remember seeing him as various crazy people, which kind of stands out.
So Martin. That's the thing. Martin's dressed up as a serial killer. They look like everybody else. So
The baby has opinions, but we can't understand them.
You
Speaking
guys
of
are
the Google
fools!
translator.
I know exactly who it is, but you don't understand me.
right. He probably thinks the people from his generation would be best. And look, kid, they're just too young. So we don't want to wait.
You know, it will take 20 years before the movie comes out, Dad. So it'll be my generation.
Mhm.
Do we move on to the next?
Yes, the next one is Listens to Wind.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I
get
actually
so
have one of
excited.
that.
Do you have somebody for
Yeah, Steve Revis Blackfoot.
I think that's the
With the
person
name?
everybody ever says it should be.
Right. With a name like
What's his
Blackfoot.
name?
Steve Revis Blackfoot.
Steve Ravens Blackfoot?
Revis, Reevis, Blackfeet.
Blackfeet, apparently, according to Google. So
I wrote it down, kind of.
Hello, traffic.
I have someone else. I
Okay.
have West Study.
Yeah, that's who I had.
Either could do it.
Especially when Wes was slightly younger.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Or if he thinned it down a little bit.
Zach McClayman. Zan McClain. Here. If you just type in Native American actors.
Can you-
Yeah, that's kind of what happened.
Oh, what about Jason Momoa? Nah, he's too jacked and young.
Too
Too young.
He's a perfect Hades.
That's true.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll fight that one when we get there. So
Gary Oldman.
I had that
Whatever.
look in mind. I just have a different actor with that kind of look.
I know the face of the guy that I want. I just can't remember his name or what he's been in. So that's part of the problem with this one for me.
You're not allowed to take naps before show anymore.
Right? I'm not sure how functional I would have been without it, though. I would have probably just been asleep here.
Doesn't it?
All right,
I
let's.
had one, but I don't know his name. He's the
Well-
Native American guest on Parks and Rec.
Oh,
Plays
yeah.
The Native American.
Somebody
Oh.
give me a name.
Jonathan Joss. Nah,
Google's helpful. Parks and Rec Native American guy.
he probably wouldn't. I don't know.
Actually, I could see him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
because
I
Listens
Both
to
imagine
Wind,
him more slender.
maybe
doesn't Listens to One also sometimes wear like heavy metal shirts and stuff? This guy kind of looks like he could do that with long hair and stuff.
right. Listens to Wind and frickin' Ebenezer, man. I love those guys. So
Oh shit.
Is that it? Do we move on?
Yes.
sure.
The next person is Rasheed, and I think there's only one answer for this one as well. But go ahead.
God damn it, Alex.
Who do you have? I couldn't find a good one.
I'm not.
think I have a nice one.
I'm not fully certain how to pronounce it, but Oded Fehr, Oded, last name is Fehr. He was the awesome Egyptian dude in the Mummy movies.
He could be good, yeah. He could be good. I like him. I also like
I thought Rasheed's older. Am I crazy?
He's a
older.
wizard. He
cheats.
How do you say? I don't know how to say this last name. Sean Taub. He's Jewish, but he really looks like the guy that I would.
Yeah, this is the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah, he really looks like Rasheed to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna link his name in Google Hangout. Oh, he's there.
Sean Taub. How do you say his last name? You think?
I think that's Taub.
Taub.
Taub? I don't know.
He could also be. I have. Let me just link mine because I'm gonna try and say it, but I'm gonna butcher it. Ashraf Barhom. He is the oldest brother in the Tyrant TV show.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, who played the old prince in Dorne and Game of Thrones? I can't remember his name.
The old one, but he would be good. He's a famous actor too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The one who sits in the chair all the time. Can't even remember that guy's name.
He could also be maybe one.
Wait, I do want to look up the name because that's a really good suggestion.
Ha.
It's not a fight. Sorry, go ahead.
What about Delroy Lindo? His face is really like, it just has like that ancient look to it. I don't know. I feel like Rasheed's like a really old, grizzled guy because he's got the scar and the eye patch and stuff.
I can see that.
What about Jean Reno?
What about Samuel L. Jackson?
Every other word would be motherfucker, though. It wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, it kind of would work because if you think about Turncoat, right? When Rasheed confronts Dresden on the island, you motherfucker, what do you think you're fucking doing, you piece of shit? You can't fight the whole goddamn council? What's fucking wrong with you? You took this island as a sanctum, you motherfucker? Are you out of your fucking mind? Like,
Game of Thrones actor's name is Alexander Siddig.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He'd be good.
But then also keep in mind that Harry Dresden is 6'9", and Rasheed is even taller than him.
Yeah, but
We're not gonna keep. We can't use height in the cast, otherwise we never cast the movie.
Taller.
You have to throw that out, otherwise it would never work.
Taller is better.
There's camera tricks to faking that and stuff.
Taller is
Taller
better.
is better? What? It is.
It represents powers now in the Dresden universe, I think, on accident though.
well, yeah. So from his literally word of Jim, you know, he just wanted Dresden to be stupid tall, and then Dresden can't beat up on little people, so everybody's got to be even taller than him, or at least on his height. And so that's why people that are more powerful than him, etc., are all like stupid tall. It wasn't necessarily a conscious decision in like, I want to have some weird world where like all the wizards are like 11 feet tall, but it's just kind of how it worked out. So yeah, it was fun.
All good suggestions. I mean, there's not one there that springs out as like the guy, I think. But
I mean, when I was thinking this, the only person I could think of was Oded Fair, so he's just like, I can't imagine who else would be it.
Wait, which one did you say, Ryan? Or was it?
The
John?
Or the, I don't know how to say his name, Jean Reno?
The guy that was in Iron Man.
I think there were a lot of people named in Iron Man.
Sean Poob's the one who I would go with.
Yeah, the Sean Taub.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a joke, I was looking up Antonio Banderas because he plays the best Muslim guy in 13th Warrior. So
Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't really have the gravitas that I kind of expect out of Rasheed, though. He's not like Rasheed's not thin like Antonio would be. So
Yeah, I think Rashad is like kind of thin, but just his power is so scary.
Yeah.
that could
It's not his physical presence at all. To me, anyway. But in my head, he's kind of Indian.
Once in a while, Marsters has an Indian accent for him instead of more Arabic-ish British,
Right.
which doesn't really make sense, but his name is Rasheed. He swears by Allah. It was a
It
mistake.
makes sense that an Indian would be the gatekeeper from like that type of religion that kind of comes from that place. Like their type of power makes sense that he'd be a gatekeeper.
Okay.
A Middle East, he would be a Muslim from India.
Right, and to be fair, there are plenty of Muslims in India, so like,
It's like
just-
this. One of the it's not
but
large
he deals with the outsiders.
right.
Like, deal with defending against people. It just makes sense that he would be a gatekeeper from India. In my head, anyway. Whatever. I've only listened to this like 5 times through, and I'm still learning shit. So
That's how it works, man. I'm on my 3rd time through, and I'm like, I got to take notes for the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Notes are
I've been
wonderful.
through the series more times than I can.
Do we have other suggestions for Rasheed? Okay. Next person is Chandler. This one
There's
is
a
a
lot
fun
we can do
person,
for
but I
this,
have
yeah.
no idea.
I have a bunch.
I had no idea.
I
He
mean,
needs to
just-
be like the British of British people, like
yeah.
so
essentially.
I was looking mine up because I've got him on a tab somewhere, but then I found the tab with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, so he could
What?
work.
He's not English though.
So,
What about
He
James?
could pull it off.
He could. What about James McAvoy? He plays young. What's his
He
name?
could
Professor
do
X.
it, but I wouldn't want to put him in a side character. I'd want him to be more central because he's really good.
We had this discussion
Oh,
too.
he would
like,
be a great
there's
Chandler.
there's only so many places to put people. You can still put good actors in.
Yes, but okay, the British of most British actors, I think right now, is either Benedict Cumberbatch or Martin Freeman.
What?
okay.
No,
Britishest actor.
no.
So while you guys, but that's fine, and I think those actors are good. The only
Yeah.
one to be done is Ralph Fiennes. So
Ralph-
if
that's
I'm
Ralph Fiennes.
Fiennes, whatever.
He'd be
So
okay.
sorry, but
Okay,
Queen, okay, he's modeled after Steed. That guy played Steed.
Wait,
So
wait.
that's the guy who played Steed in the Avengers movie that we had to explain to director Alex when we interviewed Jim Butcher. So
I forgot he did that, but yeah, he also before you even said that. Yeah, I was like, he fits really well.
yeah, he's
Oh,
too old probably, but
I thought Chandler was supposed to be younger.
He is.
he's one of the
Yeah.
young guard, the new guard, whatever. So
That's why I said James McAvoy.
right.
What about Tom Felton?
Tom Felton.
Yes,
Oh
he
yeah,
could do
okay.
it.
Draco Malfoy?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
What about Eddie Redmayne?
Yes, absolutely. He's
Yeah.
even better.
Who?
Eddie Redmayne. He's been in a bajillion things recently.
He's
He's
in the
gonna
new
be-
Harry Potter
yeah, he's
spin-off
gonna be-
movie.
Newt Scamander.
Oh, he's just so. I don't know. I saw him in that Jupiter Ascending. It's like, and I was just like,
That movie.
That's a really. First of all, you what? Get out of here! You can't judge it by that.
If that's all you've seen.
Look, I upset the baby. You made me upset the baby. What about
can't hear you.
What about Oh shit! I had it.
What?
I lost it now. I can't.
Yeah, I could do Eddie. So
I mean, what
come
about
on?
what about Daniel Radcliffe? He's pretty British.
No.
not
Yeah,
British
but
enough.
so yeah, Chandler's another one of those where it's like I have to take him seriously, and Radcliffe ever since getting out of Harry Potter has been like, let's be goofy and shit. I don't know. So
No, he was in Equus. It was awesome.
right, but give him a
What?
chance to be serious. I think he might pull it off.
He does pull it off. He was in Equus.
what is Equus?
It's a play about the dude who
Where
likes
he's naked
horses.
with his thong next to a horse or whatever.
Yes, that's the way you should focus on, that part of the play.
Yeah, I mean that's the part I'm interested in now.
That's the part I've heard about. I mean, so.
It was really good.
By the way, Daniel Radcliffe, way more hung than I thought he would be.
Jeez.
So next,
Wanna go to the next one?
Okay. We're getting into characters we don't talk about much, but Hades. I don't know. I think
There's
the
only one
description.
answer.
who is it?
James Woods.
What? I thought we
Okay.
He was Hades in the Hercules movie, the Disney.
Yeah, the voice.
He also
but come
kind of
on.
looks scary
Oh
enough
my
for that.
God.
Oh no.
Put a crown of fire on his
I
head
have-
with Mordite
I have,
circulating him. Anybody's scary.
Hades is a good looking of John Marcone, like a really good looking version.
Yeah. And more
So James
intimidating.
Woods.
Yeah.
Like Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. I could see it.
Or Jason Momoa.
Jackman should just
We
be
said Jason Momoa.
fucking-
I have like John Glover, but with like really black hair and a black beard. I love how he looked in Smallville.
Okay, right.
Oh, he's the one who did the Ghost Story, the original time.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I mean, I don't hate him for. I think he's a good actor. I think he would be a good Hades.
Yeah, but he's already involved in the Dresden Files. So same thing with Claudia Black.
What?
Remember,
what argument is
we're
this?
just suggesting for her so she can cast this, actually.
But I do think it's definitely Jason Momoa. That guy is.
Yeah, I think that's a really good pick as well.
I think of Hades as being kind of older, which is one of the things I like of James Woods, is he's just, the older scary guy.
We're seriously discussing James Woods. It's James Woods.
He was amazing as.
Oh my God!
It would be fantastic. Come on.
I will now
Think
remove
about it though. Dresden isn't just all gravity all the time. Shit's always heavy, and then you've got James Woods telling you about how the cycle has got to continue. You would lose your shit to have James Wood and Harry Dresden on screen at the same time having a discussion. So
The other obvious answer would be Gary Oldman. But
right. Well, and so my thing with Momoa though is that he's already playing Poseidon. Maybe he shouldn't also be Hades. I'm just saying. So.
Hey, that movie looks kind of not terrible.
Right.
It could be okay. It's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
We're hopeful because we're suckers, but we know.
yeah, shall we move on? I'm going to skip to someone that I actually have a suggestion for, but Ariana, Duchess Ariana Duke Ortega's wife. Do you guys have anyone?
Nah.
I'm blank.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. She could pull it off.
Eva Green.
Monica Bellucci.
Tilda Swinton. Monica Bellucci.
Mm-hmm. She's like in her 50s and doesn't look it because she's like wonderful that way. So she could kind of pull off being this weirdly old person that still looks awesome and probably different skins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
I guess she could do it.
She's the Merovingian's girlfriend, right?
Sure.
From Matrix.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yeah, she could do it. I agree on that. Yep, it's closed.
Oh, wait, I got one, but I can't. Oh, fuck. Every time this happens, I can't remember. If anyone's watched 30 Rock, she plays the Hispanic love interest of Alec Baldwin.
Wow, yeah.
Never seen 30 Rock.
Annabelle.
Hold on.
Give me a name.
Famous. I'll find it. Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
She's really famous.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, you know, Salma Hayek's really famous?
what's she been in? I don't think I've ever seen her in anything.
I see her.
Desperados, From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, what else has she done?
Right, but
Okay, if she's from Dusk Till Dawn, then that sells it.
Right, I was gonna say she's in the same genre for sure. So, oh yeah, she was the vampire from Dusk Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call.
Yes.
So,
Also Penelope Cruz.
right,
Oh, Penelope.
Right.
You know, I honestly
Perfect.
can't tell those two people apart.
right.
So.
Wow.
They're sisters. So
Or Eva Mendes.
let's explain that a little bit less racist for next time. But
Oh, yeah, all look alike.
we want to make sure that all the research students aren't Asian and all the vampires aren't, that look the same.
Oh, this is who I actually was thinking of, but because I'm racist, my brain associated it with this other person. Jennifer Lopez.
No.
How do you say no?
So it's an N and an O.
Oh my god.
I think the
No.
Selma Hayek nailed it. So
Yeah.
I think Salma Hayek's pretty good.
yeah.
I mean, I
Holy
like the
crap.
look for Ariana to be Monica Bellucci more, but I like that Salma Hayek was in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Right.
So
I'm really glad none of us.
Better.
I'm glad none of us are movie producers or people.
Right. We're picking things based off of the meta now, not
Right.
because we don't got to worry about their availability and how much money it's going to cost or any of that bullshit. She was in a vampire movie as a vampire. Cast her as the damn vampire.
But she was in the vampire movie that inspired the Red Court.
Right.
It's like perfect.
Okay. Do we have any? Do you want to move on to like Tara West if you have anyone? I have no idea.
I can't believe you wouldn't pick Tilda Swinton for Tara West. Seriously.
So here's the thing, actually. So the last time that I went and listened to Full Moon, I think she's black. Like Tara West is ebony, dude.
I
Really?
thought she was just like different colors of brown. Like
Well, yeah.
I didn't know.
caramel brown.
It's the polite way of saying she's freaking black, dude. Like, I know. I gotta be honest. I was surprised too because I always thought her as this like scrawny, white gal. Like she was taller, but scrawny and just kind of lanky in a way. But
Thinking scrawny Native American woman.
that's fair too. Yeah.
I didn't realize that Sonia was black until my second time through. So don't forget.
Right.
But that's like a huge part of his character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We're all a little bit racist.
No, I think you just read what you know, man. Like if
It's a song.
I listened to it and I was at work, so I'm doing it while at work. So I'm just I'm barely keeping up. That's why every time I listen to it, I learn so much.
So what about guard? Did anyone pick for anything for guard?
I have someone. Elizabeth.
I have someone.
Rom. I don't know how to say that.
Bomb.
Yeah. Rohm.
This is mine.
oh, you know what? Hold on.
I'm gonna let me see. I'm gonna try and not say it in Danish because it's a Danish name.
That's okay.
English letters. Let's see. Bridget Nielsen.
I think Elizabeth Rom would have been really good for Charity.
Yeah, I suppose she can. I just thought of her as guard first.
That would be good.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna circle them around, but so I went to look at the wiki to get the description for Tara West. So
that Nielsen chick worked perfect.
How old is this? How old is she?
She would work as guard for sure.
I'm thinking my head might have to be a younger her, but I'm not sure.
Remember, she's
It says she's dead.
Oh, she's dead. Well, that would definitely
What?
put on it.
I don't know. I'm just like I've googled this person for the first time and I see something. Is she dead or not? Or
No, she's alive.
I don't think so.
She's
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
53.
okay.
What were you saying, Justin?
So wait, we're talking about Bridget Nielsen for guard.
Yeah.
But you were
Okay.
looping back around?
Yeah. So for Tara West, from the wiki, just the quote for her description. So when in her human form, Tara West is described as having brilliant feral amber eyes and her skin is a uniform shade of brown. So, I mean, really that does kind of open it up for, if you did the Native American thing would fit a lot with Tara West's character.
Yeah.
But the one that came to mind was Zoe Saldana, actually.
Yeah, she fits if you do that, but it just seemed to fit with her being Native American and listens to wind and an animal from the Americas.
Right, sure. No, I totally get that, but in a way, it like imagining her as more African American to try to stick with the PC or whatever, but it gave her even more of an exotic feel. I thought having her have these like piercing amber eyes and this dark brown skin kind of. And then just imagining her dancing naked under the street light in the rain, distracting the cops. It just kind of sold it better for me this last time. So,
I bet it did.
You guys just all adjust?
Now we got the Justin's research.
Yeah. You got to know these things, man.
Hey, I'm all ears now, man. You got my head.
So if it's saying, Zoe dancing naked, I'm on. So,
did anyone else pick someone for Peabody?
Not really, actually.
Peabody doesn't even have a
Sheldon.
in my head.
Oh
yeah, you probably do it.
If everyone is, I don't know if everyone is caught up on Game of Thrones, but the receptionist Frank Wham from the last episode.
What?
What?
Receptionist.
Yeah, the receptionist at the guys with the chains. What are they called?
Yeah, at the Citadel, where Sam goes to the
Citadel,
Citadel, and then there's
Oh,
a snarky receptionist. I'm kind of also going with like British-ist actor, so Martin Freeman. Except he's kind of funny and Peabody's hateful and like I knew Peabody had to be the bad guy as soon as he said his office is a bastion of tidiness. It's like you can't be a good guy.
Right. So I have two problems with Peabody. So one is when I listened to him voiced by Marsters, he always struck me as like really scrawny and just kind of nerdy, kind of like Butters would be. But then in the comics, there's actually like a foreshadowing moment where you like see him behind his desk and he looked like a very strong Germanic character. And I'm like, dude, that's not freaking Peabody. Why did you illustrate him that way? Like,
he can't be German because he screwed up the German. He can't be German.
What about Paul Giamatti? He's really good. He's really good at playing that kind of role.
Right.
I think he would do a good job.
That would be hilarious.
Paul Giamatti's amazing. Go watch John Adams. It's fucking awesome.
No, I totally buy it right now because I can see his eyes bugging out. The end is nigh, running down the hall. So, like he doesn't look like him for me, but I think he would totally sell the acting for it.
Yeah.
So, because he's one of those like I got crazy eyes, man. Don't mess with me.
On a similar topic, I suppose, for LaFortier, I was just thinking that he should be Doug Jones without any overwhelming makeup because he's just kind of creepy. And
I actually took Ben Kingsley.
Oh. Okay.
I think if LaFortier is looking at like a walking corpse just because he's so like emaciated looking, maybe I just hate him, so he's like never looking right in my head.
Right.
All right. That's all of them, right?
I think so. We actually did get through the entire list. If you have any last-minute suggestions, do them now.
Tilda Swinton.
But I will.
Thomas should be Ian Somerhalder.
I will just say in general that I would cast all of the White Court vampires as blondes. I think Butcher made a mistake making them black-haired.
He made them black-haired because of...
Wait, they're black-haired?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're all Greek goddesses, man, from Italy.
Right, but they should be fucking blondes, right?
I thought they had white hair. Not even blonde, like white.
It's very much based on, what's his face from the vampire.
I think I would make a great...
Lestat. It's very much, they're very much based on Lestat.
But Lestat was blonde, so Ryan has a point. Like, if he's based on Lestat, then he should be blonde, except the fact that the White Court are Greek, and Greeks have black hair.
I'm sure that Lestat is black hair, but...
Obviously, he's going to take liberties, and the people making the movie would take even more liberties, so...
Right.
You can really do whatever you want.
I just think that Dresden should have black hair and Thomas should have gorgeous blonde hair.
I just think they both should have black hair.
No, because it just makes Thomas, even better looking than Dresden.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference for blondes, Ryan?
No,
I'm going to stare at your blonde hair now.
He just is one.
No, I just think that, I think in general, blondes have always been more attractive than any other hair color, right? Isn't that the stereotype?
I'm not sure that's true. That depends on the region of the world you're from.
Blondes are supposed to be, whatever. What's this ridiculous stuff? But,
Gentlemen,
I found that blondes are more
you have to remember where I'm from. We have a lot of blondes.
Right.
So, like here it's more red hair, actually. That's, like, the most attractive.
Well, yeah. Red hair.
ladies, just saying.
All right. Well, let's get into our ending section. First, Alex, plug all of our shit. That's your job now.
Okay. Check out Brooke.
Yeah, Alex, plug your shit.
Check out Broken Jobs on XYZ. Ryan, you're doing 42 Entertainment again?
Yeah, we're doing it again. Look up. It's on Tuesdays.
I'm not allowed on that show.
You're allowed on it. We just never have you on.
Check out High Fantasy Podcast.
Yep.
Check out shit, I'm gonna
You're really good at
check
this.
out Great Scott for the that shit, The Office. There's Dangerous to Go Alone, which I think is still part of Broken Jars. And Shylock's Gaming, the podcast isn't going anymore. We're on kind of a hiatus, but I am doing stuff on Twitch. So Shylock's Gaming, Twitch. Also check out search Elise Explosion on YouTube. If we can get her to 1,000 subscribers, she will eat a ghost pepper.
You forgot to mention my Twitch.
I was about to hand it off to you.
But you said your Twitch would have been perfect to say my Twitch the same.
Well, it's the anyway. Handing it off.
Lord Betty on Twitch.
What do you stream?
Mostly MMOs.
Cool.
Okay.
Pretty sure I remembered everything.
Yeah, I think so. If we didn't, it's your fault. And like the ending bit is going to be the same announcement I made in the beginning of we are moving websites. If you want to get our stuff, please transfer to the new iTunes page, which I did just make, so I hope is working, and brokenjars.xyz/Dresden-podcast-files. That is where you can find everything in new RSS feed and whatnot. We are shutting down the old stuff of Blogger and the old RSS feed and the old iTunes on Halloween.
So what this means is unsubscribe from that, and we'll have to make a way of making sure people know that it's the new one because iTunes is still going to show both for a while. So. But just search Dresden Files and subscribe.
Yeah, and if it disappears in November, you'll know you had the wrong one. But you're warned, so go to Broken Jars, and then everything is there. All right, that is it. So I think it's it. Everyone, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.